Hey folk, welcome back to another doll unboxing video. Today, as you can see, we're doing a little rainbow and shadow high mixed unboxing. I also am not going to be on camera today just because I'm kind of having a lazy day where I'm really trying to just focus on relaxing, which is not in fact something that comes naturally to me. And I just didn't feel like the chill vibes fit me putting on makeup and doing all this stuff. But the chill vibes do fit getting into these dolls because I love dolls. I love unboxing dolls. That is certainly something that fits the criteria for a nice, fun, chill day. So yeah, we're going to be doing a little faceless unboxing of both Amaya's and her rainbow closet from Rainbow High, as well as the Shadow High Heather Grayson collector doll. Now, before I get any further into this, I do need to give a massive shout out to my mother-in-law because she was kind enough to send both of these dolls to me. I don't know if she wants her name on the internet, so I'm not going to shout her out by name, but if you are watching, you know who you are, obviously, and thank you so much. That was super sweet. Love you. Very excited to get into these dolls because they always mean a little bit more, when they are a gift than just when I buy them. So I am super hyped to get into these. I know technically they are both sort of one-offs that I could have done dedicated reviews for, but I don't know, sometimes it's fun to do the multiples in one, and also, if I'm being honest, I maybe didn't want to have to wait and do separate videos. I just want to get into both of these girly pops now. So we're going to pretend that there's a logistical reason for it, but really I'm just super excited. I mean, they were both gifts, so that kind of makes sense. And they're connected franchises. This is basically the same. It's fine. Anyway, though, first up we do have Heather, her collector doll. I'm trying to make sure the glare isn't too bad, but we're going to unbox them, okay? You're going to see all of the glory. I'm super hyped for her. I did end up deciding that I didn't want Chanel just because her style is really not my thing. I do think as a doll, she is very well designed. She looks really nice. I've seen other people buy her and be very happy. I'm just kind of it's not my favorite style of fashion, but Heather. Absolutely. So very excited to get into her. And it's also so cool to see the return of Shadow High because outside of a couple of budget dolls that also just released, they have been missing for a little bit. And even though I wouldn't honestly say that Shadow High is necessarily my favorite out of the two, I definitely own far more Rainbow High than Shadow High dolls, I still like Shadow High. I still like having that be an option. And I feel anytime there's more variety on the doll shelves, that is a good thing. So super hyped for her. And then we're going to scoot her back just a little bit so we can focus on the enormity of Amaya's closet. So as the name implies, and as you can see here, it is not just a doll, but a doll with a bunch of extra fashions and a closet. The main draw for me here is the doll herself and all of her accessories. I'm super excited to get into those. But also, honestly, I do think that this is a really cute little closet design. I know it is a little bit more on the kitschy side compared to early Rainbow High. And this is in fact the second time we've seen a closet that comes with a doll. I know they did a whole separate trunk closet, but way back when Rainbow High first started, we did get Avery with it wasn't a proper closet, but she had a rolling rack of clothes and some shoe trunks and everything. So we have seen this before. This is definitely a much more, again, kitschy sort of version, but honestly, I kind of like it. I get it if it's just not your aesthetic, that's obviously fine. But I genuinely do think that the background with the rainbow and everything, I think it's a fun shape. I think all the colors are cool. It's a cute little way to display the clothes. So it's not the main draw for me. The playset wasn't the main thing that made me want this set. But I do think that it's actually really adorable. And I think I'm going to end up keeping it. Whereas sometimes I get stuff like this and I end up selling the playset. I think I want all of this. I just feel this is going to be a cute way to display some of my extra Rainbow High stuff that I have stashed in a bin that I just don't have a doll to put the clothes on. Yeah, we're going to find a way to use this. It's going to be really fun and exciting. Anyway, sorry, I'm blabbing a little bit too much in the intro here. Point is, here's all the goodies. And then if we turn her around, you can see Amaya in her different outfits as the art on the back. I will be trying these outfits on her so you can see how the clothes work on the doll as well. But I think that is everything for the intro. Outside of my typical disclaimer, these are going to just be my opinions. If you hate everything I have to say, that's fine. They're dolls. We can disagree on it. Just do please be kind if you want to express that in the comments down below. But without further ado, I'm going to unbox these girls and then we will reconvene to discuss and see quality and what they come with and just have a lovely time. So I will see y'all in a moment. Just a reminder to any Americans who might be watching this content, I do have a link in my description down below. It is findhelp.org. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I'm not getting anything out of promoting this, but I just know a lot of people are going through a really hard time, and that is a really, really nice sort of all-in-one resource if you or anyone that you know might need it. How it works is you go on, you enter your zip code, and then describe like the type of help that you need. It could be, you need healthcare, you need help finding food, you need help getting a job, or like finding affordable housing, anything like that. Basically, like anything you can think of that you just might need assistance with. It'll then give you resources in your local area. So if you need that or anyone you know needs that, feel free to obviously use the resource. And if you don't, absolutely pass it along so that other people can find out about it and have access to it. But with that out of the way, back to the video. Okay, we have got both dolls unboxed, even though only Heather is actually on screen right now. I couldn't fit both with the huge closet contraption. So we're just doing one at a time, starting off with Miss Heather here. I do need to give one extra disclaimer, just specifically to my mother-in-law. If you see this and you hear all the complaints that I have about like some of the quality, doesn't diminish at all how much I'm enjoying these dolls and how grateful I am to you. I just like am kind of a little asshole and I have to complain about it. So that being said, let's go ahead and have a quick little discussion about Miss Heather before we actually start looking at her details, because the only things she comes with that aren't attached to her body are a bag that we will look at closer in a second, and then a comb. So this doll retails somewhere in like the $30 to $32 range in the US, I want to say. I think that's like where her price has been sitting on Amazon, which like it does have the label of collector doll. And if you just take the label and say, hey, a $30 collector doll in like this doll economy, that's incredible. Yes. However, this is like not even necessarily up to the quality that we used to get from Rainbow High, just point blank period, Rainbow and Shadow High point blank period. So there's that. I just feel like I kind of have to acknowledge that. But more importantly, why on earth did you give me in a collector doll a brush? I don't need this. Like, I understand the dolls coming with combs for kids because it's like, okay, I kind of get it. Like, a kid is less likely than an adult collector to already have a bunch of these or to like not be losing them. So it makes sense that with a new doll, you'd want like a comb so they can do their hair. Okay, that makes sense. This is a collector doll. Why does she have a brush? I don't need this. I don't particularly want this. She doesn't have a stand, but she has a comb. And I know that it's not the same amount of plastic, but I would absolutely rather pay even $1 more and get a stand than be given a comb and a collector doll. That's crazy to me that that's how this was presented. So that's my little rant real quick. I just noticed there's an extra rubber band I didn't get. There we go. What about this side? Okay, yeah, we're in the clear. So with that little tiny rant out of the way, we can go ahead and actually, discuss the doll, the fun part. I am going to turn her literally for 1 second so we can look at this bag real quick. The handle looks all wonky because it's like a very malleable plastic and it was rubber banded to her hand in the box. I can heat that up and it'll like zhuzh its way back into a good shape, but just kind of a note, it's a little bit iffy there. The front, I really, really like the design that we have here. The back is just plain, like there's nothing on there. I think this is cool. It's like an open mouthed viper, but it is a sticker and mine is in fact already kind of raising. You can maybe see it there. Yeah, right there. It's like a little puckery. So kind of just something to be aware of. As far as I know, these dolls haven't been seen in stores, and I don't think we have any official information on whether they're ever going to hit stores. But if they ever do hit stores, keep an eye out for this bad boy. And if they don't, good luck ordering online. But that brings us to the doll herself, Miss Heather. We're going to start off with her face, and I'm just enamored. You can't really see all of her cool makeup because her bangs do hide it just a little bit. Her bangs also get like into her eyelashes, which is just honestly a little bit funny to me, but her face is so pretty. Like, I just really, really love the makeup that they have chosen to do. I like the like intense lip liner and how it's blended out and everything. But can you guys guess what I love most of all? More than anything about her? She's got a septum ring! I'm gonna throw up. She's so cute. It's sculpted in there. And like, that's incredible. I've never seen another Playline doll with a septum ring. I mean, I know she's technically a collector, but like, let's be for real. This is a Playline price range, regardless of what label they're putting on it. Point being is I'm just really excited to see a doll with a septum. Because, like, I think I said this in the dedicated video I did about Heather and Chanel, is that the only other one I can think of is Manny Tor from Monster High. But that was years and years ago at a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And he's also literally a bull. So, listen, her little septum ring, I am in fact deeply, deeply obsessed. I also somehow didn't even notice in that initial video that I made, like reacting to the stock photos of these dolls, that Heather has a side shave. Hello? I feel so seen. I love it. I love it for her so much. And there is a little like white star shaved into there. So it's like, you know, her skin tone. It's so good. It's flocked. I just am obsessed with that. The rest of her hair, I do think is very beautiful. I like this sort of gradient situation going on in her bangs, and it like ties up in this little bun. It is so crispy, crunchy. MGA is at it again. Like they love sculpting their doll's hair. Like this is it's crazy. I do think if we can get in here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like she's nice and thickly rooted. So I think once we give her a good wash, this hair is going to be incredible. It's just like right out the box. It's definitely very, very gelled down. She's got some sort of safety pin style earrings. This one has a little S on it and some spikes. And then this one has an H on it with some spikes. And then she has a zippered and snakeskin choker, which obviously matches her outfit perfectly. Now, here's the other thing that aggravating me about this doll. This is all one piece. Like, all of this is just one real thick Velcro thing in the back. And, like, I know this is a lot. Okay, this is a lot of dress. I'm not trying to discount that, but that's crazy. That's crazy. Back in the good days of Rainbow High and Shadow High, this absolutely would have been at least two pieces, like a dress and then the corset. Personally, I would have preferred shirt, corset, skirt, three separate pieces, even four with like the overskirt being separate. But I know I'm asking for like an awful lot with that. But one piece, are we being serious? This is especially troublesome to me because I've got questions about the skirt. But the top portion, this is very, very fun to me. I like how it's like not quite two cups because this is definitely too low to be a cup, but like almost two cups. I don't know. Something about the way that that is constructed, I think is really genuinely just fun and funky and interesting. I am obsessed with this middle like corset piece that again should be separate. Reese, you were screaming so loud today, baby. So loud today. I'm trying to pet her with one hand and like make sure that Heather's in frame with the other. Multitasking. Anyway, though, yeah, I think the top part just looks genuinely incredible. The details of this faux zipper are really, really pretty. And the snake print, it's like classic for Heather. That's how she was dressed in her core doll. That's how she was dressed in her budget doll. Like, it's just really, really fun and cool. We've got these crazy straps, like, sewn in. And I just really like that effect that it gives. This leather piece with the rings, this is cool. Okay, this I will admit is like a nice quality because these are genuine like grommets with O-rings strung through them. Like you can see they're loose. That is the high quality that I love and that I really, really appreciate. And I can even say in here, this little like crisscross corded detail, that's actually looped through. Like that's really tied in there. It's not printed or anything like that. So again, that is very nice, very high quality. The bummer though, okay, the questions I have with the skirt, this piece is like the one part that I was iffy about the stall, and I had thought, doesn't matter, no problem. I can simply give her a different skirt because I'll just take that one off, except now I can't because the dress is all one piece. And what's more, is that these leather pieces are sewn into the side of this gray skirt. I don't know, something about the gray skirt, I think it's just too long. Like, I think it's just like a weird length and maybe a weird shape to go with the rest of the outfit, like the rest of her dress. So I was going to make some alterations. Those alterations have suddenly become significantly more difficult. I'm probably still going to try if I'm being honest because we're ambitious around here. But yeah, that's like my biggest thing, kind of iffy. just not necessarily like the best construction wise. Sorry, I keep having to switch hands because Reese keeps switching sides of my body. She wants pets, pets, pets. Anyway, though, with the skirt, the big, like, dramatic part is several different layers of sheer fabric. So we've got, it looks like 2 layers of just a black tulle and then 2 layers of this sheer snakeskin printed. That I'm obsessed with. That I think is really, really beautiful. The silhouette that it gives her is just like, oh, that's crazy. She looks so, so good with that. Like, just imagine this skirt just being a little shorter. Just a little shorter. Oh, so, so, so pretty. We're going to do something about that. Also, key thing here. Miss Girl has wrist articulation again. Hello. She also has very cute, like, short stiletto, black painted nails and rings. But more importantly, she has wrist articulation, which is genuinely, genuinely huge. Like, I know I have made my complaints, but the fact that we're getting that articulation back that I know so many of us have missed. Are we also getting, y'all, we also got the rotation in the hip. We won. We won. So these are like fully, properly articulated dolls. Like the used to be standard for Rainbow and Shadow High, which I think is absolutely huge. And again, I think it's weird that they're labeling this as a collector doll given the price point, but this proves that they can give us articulation at a, semi reasonable price point. So, Shadow Rainbow High, get on that because I'm just so excited to see articulation on these dolls again. And then the last thing to get through is her boots here. They're sort of just like a mid calf boot. I don't know why mine has like a little dent in there. That's crazy. But they have chains, and then this side says S. Oh, hello. This side has a backwards S. So, they definitely just like duplicated this and like flipped it. But you can't see from the front, so we're still gonna be chill. Okay, overall for Miss Heather, she needs some work. Okay, we need to do something about this situation here. Just the fabric it's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on here. That's a little iffy. She needs a hair wash. Now I'm like, maybe I'll give her different boots because one is literally a backwards S. That's insane. But that being said, I think the bones of this doll go insanely hard. The idea, like the concept for her dress and most of the execution for her dress is so, so good. There's just like a couple little things here and there, but with a little TLC, she could become a real, real standout doll. So that's it for Heather. Let me go ahead and gather Amaya and all her goodies. I think we're gonna look at Amaya first, then everything that she comes with, and then I'll redress her to close out the video. I think that's the game plan. Cool, cool. Let me go do that. So here's our girl Amaya. Now she is, I'm just gonna get this out of the way right quick, on the new standard Rainbow High articulated body. So she doesn't have the wrist articulation or the rotation in the thigh, but she's still got all of the other stuff that like we're used to with Rainbow High post reboot. I don't know why I sat her back down because we're getting right on into it. I need you guys, okay, I know Amaya, like, here's the thing. I get being irritated that she's like consistently included all the time. Like she's sort of just overproduced, in my opinion. And I know she has a lot of haters. I know a lot of people really just cannot stand that she keeps getting dolls, cannot stand her look in general. I need us to just like take a second because I stand by my truth that it's not that Amaya is a bad doll. MJ just sucks at styling her hair. Like specifically her hair. Sometimes her outfits too, but specifically her hair. I think that the braids in the front could be really cute. This part looks a little crazy because again, it is also gelled to hell and back. The rooting is not quite as good as Heather's, but I think it's acceptable, especially once it's not gelled like this so you can't see it in the back. But like I know that this part looks like a little crazy, okay? Imagine she has like a cute little ponytail with the braids and tell me that's not a beautiful face. I love her face. Like unboxing her, I was genuinely just sitting there staring at her for a second because I was like, holy shit, she's actually so precious. Like I knew she was cute, but something about her eye makeup. She just looks like such a sweet, sweet lady. I don't know. I love her. She's so cutie patootie. So again, with a hair wash, This doll's gonna go absolutely crazy, absolutely bonkers. She's also got a really pretty ombre lip. We love to see that. But as far as her default outfit, the one that she is currently wearing, it says, oh, it's RH. I thought that the top of like this rainbow lettering and the bottom were separate words for a second. That's my bad. So it says RH in the rainbow, and then in the black it says rainbow. And there's also like a little bit of sequin detail on there, which I must confess, it makes me like the hoodie more. Okay, I know for a lot of people that's gonna make it like it less. I really like anything sparkly. And it's kind of fun. I don't know, with the rainbow ribbon for her hoodie strings there, which is very, very cute. Other than that, it's just like, slightly stretchy hoodie fabric. And then she has a black tweed skirt with all these different colors kind of going through. These two are separate pieces. So we at least have that going for us. And then we've got these big, tall rainbow boots that say just like rainbow high all over it. Is that all it says? It says rainbow. Some of it is in like backwards printed, so that says like magic, but it's backwards. That says sparkle. Super cool, super graphic. These are very similar to another pair of boots. Hold on, let me see if I have them out convenient. Okay, shockingly, I do have them out in convenient. And funnily enough, they're on another Amaya doll. Don't talk to me about her hair, okay? I know I need to redo it. I just haven't gotten there. I don't want to see any shit about her hair. But they're very similar boots. Like they both are sort of like warm toned on one side, cool toned on the other side. They both do have text detail on them. I don't know. I just think it's like kind of funny. This is definitely a lot more in your face, I think, with like the graphicness of it, whereas this one is more true to just the rainbows. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought that that was funny. Total coincidence that I have my Amaya wearing these, but we're gonna pull her away for now. I just wanted to illustrate that this is sort of similar to something we've seen before, but honestly, I'm not mad at it. I think they're fun. I think they're a really interesting piece. I do think that they're different enough to where it doesn't bother me that they are sort of similar. I don't know. I think they're fun and cute, but let's pull her down because we got to get through all her stuff. So this is Amaya's closet. It's genuinely so cute to me. It's pretty lightweight too. Like it's not really like too big or too clunky, at least to me. So obviously we've got like the crazy rainbow swirls. This side has 4 hangers on it. 2 are, I have to use 2 hands to pull them off. The, there we go. Now we can actually see the rainbow shirt hangers. And then the other 2 are the RH pant hangers. So they hang out on the little bar there. And then over here, we've got just the white shelves, the mirrored backing. I didn't know that the backing was mirrored. I just like apparently haven't been paying attention enough. What else is new? Really? I do think for display, it's really cute. For like reviewing purposes, I am just like, what's back there? But like for display, I do think that that's like a nice touch, and it does make it just feel a little bit nicer than this would feel if it was just plain. I also want to note this whole set I think is like 44 US dollars. So for 15 more dollars compared to Heather, you can get 1 doll, 1 playset, and 2 outfits plus some accessories, like 2 extra outfits. I don't understand the pricing models at all, but that's, I guess, not my business. We'd get another comb. At least it makes sense in this one because this is definitely aimed more towards kids. And then as far as her like accessories and whatnot, her clothing, we only get 1 extra pair of shoes, and that is this pair here, which I do think from the front are very fun and interesting, and even from the back too. So they are purple, and they've got like this fun, almost fringe like molding on them. But then you get to the side and you see that there's only fringe on the heel and like the toe platform and not in the middle, but there is still clearly plastic there. I can't believe how lazy MGA has to be to not cut that shit out or just continue the fringe somehow, just make it blend. That's insane. Like, that's a crazy thing to do. I'm, what? Hello? That's vile. I'm just gonna say it. That's, what are you doing? What are you doing? They're cute from the front, so I might still use them. That's just, what sort of behavior are we on? Anyway, this part, okay, this next part's also a little bit weird. And then once we get to the clothes, it's like smooth sailing from there, okay? So we do have 2 bags. both of which I like in style. Like, I think this is funky, it's interesting. There's very limited painted detailing, but I do think it's cool. The like quilted pattern that's molded into the plastic and the painting continues onto the back, but it's just like that. It just splits in half. So I mean, it technically opens, but there's no hinge or anything to it. It's like the bags that came with those slime dolls that Rainbow High like kickstarted the reboot with. Except there's no slime in this set, thank God. Thank God. I would lose it if there was slime in this set. But we're still acting like the bags should have slime in them. Be for real. Be for real. Same problem with the second one. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat. So this side just has rainbow across it, a little bit of painted detail. This side has like an engraved, that's not the right word, a molded in like building, and again, some painted detail, which we love. This is a cute bag. Why are we doing this? Especially this one. Like, I mean, you could put two hinges here and here. Let's be honest. But I could maybe excuse, like, oh, the structure of the bag makes it difficult. This would be so easy to put a hinge in. So I do think that's a little bit ridiculous. I'm still probably going to use both of these bags because they look cute. Like, I do think purely from an aesthetic standpoint, they are very nice bags. I just think that's absolutely bonkers that we're being gifted like just plopping open bags. I don't know, whatever. Then for the clothes, we're going to go ahead and look at them off of Amaya. And then, like I said, I will be dressing her and like showing you what the clothes look like on so we can sort of get the on the hanger versus on the tall look at these clothes. So first up, we've got a white t-shirt that has this like metallic printing on there that just says rainbow, and it's got like some beading. It says magic down here. I have to be honest, when I saw this in the stock photos, I was kind of like, whatever, it's just another white tee. I do kind of like it. Like, something about it is sort of interesting. It's a slightly different cut, I think, than a lot of the rainbow high tees that we have gotten in the past. Like, this feels like it might fit a little looser on her. Could be completely wrong. But if I'm right, I think that that's maybe what I'm liking about it, is that it's not, because most of the white tees we've gotten from Rainbow High have been like skin tight, which there's nothing wrong with that. They serve a perfect purpose. But I do think it's interesting to get something a little bit different. So I'm fingers crossed that that fits how I think it's going to fit. And then we will be pairing that with this skirt, which I do think does not necessarily look great. Just like this, I think on a doll, this is really going to shine. I'm super hoping I love this because I'm thinking this could look incredible on my Simone. I think I'm getting that name right, because I just don't have her displayed because I have no idea what to put her in. Like, she's bamboozled me for ages. So fingers crossed this finally gets Simone out of storage. I think this is so fun. The diamond pattern with the metallic and all these colors underneath. Like, this has to look good on. It has to. And then we're saving my favorite outfit for last. This top with the beautiful blue satiny bow and these crazy frills that sparkle ever so slightly. Shut up. This was made for me. I love it. I'm really excited to get her in this. So we are going to put her in this first, and then we'll try this on because, like, I think this is going to be the winner. And these pants, these are backwards right now. You see how they're still printing on the back? Guys, we won. Incredible. Like, it's not as much as is on the front, but I really, really appreciate that we actually get to have detailing on both sides of the pant. We've got belt like loops sewn in, these cool little like thigh cutouts. I'm so excited to get these on this doll. This is my favorite piece, hands down, in this entire set. Like, just looking at it this way. So I'm really hoping that holds true when I actually put it on her and like this together. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm so excited. So one last quick look. I'll let you see how Amaya sits. She also doesn't have a stand, so we're just precariously balancing her. But there she is amongst all of her goodies. That is her default outfit, the pieces of which I will, assuming all goes well with this, be saving for a different doll. Now let's go ahead and have her do a little fashion show, try on the other stuff. Okay, here is look number one. I didn't put the shoes on her because I feel like they match the other outfit a little bit better, so we're just gonna leave her barefoot for here. The top is a complete win. This is how I was hoping it would fit, and I just think this is so cute. Like, just like a loose little comfy t-shirt, a little gold not embroidery, I almost said embroidery, embellishment, a little gold embellishment on there. Like that is very, very cute. I genuinely love how that fits. Unfortunately, cannot say the same for the skirt. I still think it's going to be good, but what has happened, you can tell from how the waistband is like pulling awkwardly like that. The gusset inside, so like I can't show you because this is so tight that it like won't work. Do the yeah, great, 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 great. This one's got it. So this strip of fabric that's like sewn into doll skirts that you know put between their legs, that's actually there to keep the skirt from riding up super high, because sometimes it'll ride up if you don't, like if you put on a skirt and it doesn't have that gusset, sometimes it'll just creep upwards, which is obviously not what you want. Unfortunately, this has the opposite problem where I think the gusset has been sewn way too tight. Like it's not long enough because it's not really accommodating the skirt to hit where it should. A telltale sign, like how you can see that dipping there where it just sort of feels unnatural. But also it's so bad that I almost couldn't close the skirt on her. So that's a very easy fix. I literally just have to cut the gusset, and then if I need to, I can stick a new one in. It's not difficult, but also I recognize you shouldn't be having to fix your dolls like that. Like you should buy something and have it work as it comes out. So be just like aware of that. It's not really something, unfortunately, you can look out for in box, but just like as a warning to you guys, if you might get this, that is potentially a problem. But I think with the gusset cut, y'all, this really might be a win for Simone. I'm still holding up my hopes, but let's go ahead and get to the last outfit. I think I'm gonna take this down because I think it's a little distracting. Sorry. We'll do like I'll try to block it off. One more shot at this outfit, but on to the third and final. The way you cannot even see her shoes. That's crazy. So I'll show you what they look like on. Again, they're perfectly cute from the front. They are a little bit loose, I will say. But golly, actually, they're quite a bit loose. Dang. The quality, question mark. Because it like sort of. Anyway, it's like that. But you can't see them. And more importantly, I was completely correct about this outfit, y'all. This looks unreal on this Amaya. I love her. This is so cute. Like the pastels, the flare, the embellishments. I'm throwing up, especially like I feel like I've been sort of on a flare jeans kick. I still have not been brave enough yet to buy them myself. I'm a little nervous, but I love how they look on other people. I love them on dolls. Look at her jeans. I'm gonna die. She's so pretty. Like, if you don't see it, okay, just take the hair away. Imagine a different hairstyle. I swear to you, this can look good. Okay. I cannot promise a time frame because if we're being honest, I'm insanely behind on posting to my Instagram and I'm tired, y'all. Like I just have a lot of stuff on my to-do list. So we're a little behind. At some point, I'm going to post her on Instagram with my redone hair, and I swear she's going to look 10 times better. Like you just have to see the vision because right now, if we focus just on the clothes, this shirt is so stinking cute. The way the ruffles go like around her arms and kind of, it almost looks like she's wearing like a whole shrug of ruffles, but it's just sleeves, and the bow is so well done and so pretty. And I will die before I stop singing the praises of these pants. They're so cute. Okay, so let me bring Heather back here, and then we can do our little final thoughts. So my least favorite thing for both of them is simply the quality control issues. I just don't think are perfect. Like I said, like the gusset on that one skirt being too tight for it to be worn really properly at first. These shoes are a little bit iffy in terms of how they fit, and also just like the quality of the design, right? Like these bags that are for slime, but I don't, God, I'm not going to do the whole rant again. You already heard it. You already know. And the same thing with Heather. Like there is, the shoes being just reversed. I feel like that's a little bit iffy in terms of the quality control, or, like her hair is just, I know they always gel their hair really intensely, but like it's a little much to me, like to the point where it just looks like a little crazy, especially her bun is like not quite right in there. And then again, just with like the design, this is a collector doll without a stand, but with a brush. This is all one piece. Those are my least favorite things. But my favorite things for Heather, it's the base doll, hands down. The articulation is back. Her face is insane. She has a side shave and she has a septum ring. Hello. Like, that's crazy. That's so impressive, and I am so obsessed, and I love that for her. My favorite thing for Amaya is this outfit and her face. I swear to God, just so, so pretty. So certainly not like a perfect unboxing. I obviously had a lot of things to criticize, but I still am really, really happy with these dolls. I'm still really excited to get them fixed up and on my shelves. And like, I just feel so grateful. So once again, to my mother-in-law, huge, huge thank you, because I'm just really excited to get to have these, especially because if I'm being honest, I was at the point where they were on my Amazon wish list, but I was sort of like, there have been so many doll drops lately. Like, I'm probably just going to have to miss these two because I'm having to prioritize the other ones because we budget responsibly around here. And yeah, so I was like fully expecting that these might just be dolls that I never was able to get because I was prioritizing other dolls, like especially like limited edition dolls, like the alien xenomorph was like, okay, this is only available for a very, very limited period of time. Like I gotta get this one. I can't risk it. So these were dolls that like I might have not gotten to get if it weren't for her. So everyone say thank you to my mother-in-law in the comments because that was really, really sweet of her to do, and I'm very, very grateful. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. I'm finally done. I'm scared of how long I've been talking. But please do let me know your thoughts on both of these dolls in the comments down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night, or whatever it might be. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.